So it's another year coming, and I just finished my planning, and I thought I'd like to share what I've done with you. I achieved some enormous results last year, and as a result of this planning. So I'd just like to run through how I did my planning. Now, people usually look at resolutions for the year. I don't look at resolutions, I look at the results. What must I achieve in the next year so that my life goes in the direction I wanted to go in? So where do I start on that? Well, the first place I start is I look at my vision for my life. What is it I want for my life? What is it actually that I want to look back on in a year's time and say, that's how I lived my life and that's how I wanted to live my life. I'd live my life on my terms, not on someone else's terms, but on my terms. So looking at my vision for my life, mine is completely different to yours, it's completely different to anybody else's. But that's where you start. You think, well, what is it ultimately I want to live this, how do I want to live this life? We've only got one of them, so let's live it well. Well, after my vision, I then look at, well, what is it that really guides me? How do I want to live every day of my life? What's my code of conduct? Now, my code of conduct is how I want to live my life. I wake up in the morning, do I want to live with honesty, integrity? Do I want to live life on my terms? What are my terms for life? So I write that down and I look at that every single day. I look at my code of conduct, how I want to live my life. Do I want to live my life for somebody else? Do I want to live my life in a job? I've decided I want a lifestyle. So that's what I'm aiming towards, a total and utter lifestyle and living life on my terms. So the next stage, what's the next stage? The next stage is to look at exactly what did I achieve last year? How did I achieve my results? What was my system? How did I achieve what I wanted to achieve in my physical body, in my emotions, in my time, my career, my finances, with my relationships with my wife, with my contribution to society? What is it I actually achieved last year? And write it all down. I wrote it all down, and God, it feels good when you write down all of that stuff. So then I wrote down, what is it I didn't achieve? What is it I really wanted to achieve but I didn't? And those happen, it happens. It's not like a resolution, these are results, and I had must results, but I didn't achieve all my results. I was a bit off in some, but that's okay. You know, you have to be a bit off in some things. But then you write down, do I really want to achieve those? Why didn't I achieve those? Why weren't they musts in my life? Why didn't I actually go for them? Why didn't I get them? When you know that, then you can put it right. So once you got that down and all of those things down, you put down, what do I want to achieve in the next year? What actually are my musts for achieving in this next year? What, if everything else failed, would I definitely want to achieve? What are my absolute must results? And write them down, write everything down. So you've now got what you achieved last year, what you didn't achieve last year, what you must achieve in the coming year. Now what you must achieve, you attach emotion to. Why must you achieve it? And that will drive you regardless. Now I've got some absolute burning musts for this year, and I know why I want to achieve them. I know what drives me. I've been inside myself and said, well, this is a reason why I must get these things. And I've written that down, and I look at those every single day. I map it out. I map it out by month, I map it out by quarter, I measure myself every single day. Everything has to be measurable. So you break things down, you break it down into quarters, you break it down into months, and then as time goes by, you break it down into weeks, and you measure yourself. Are you really, really committed to getting these outcomes? Now my drivers are totally different from yours, and you will have your own drivers. So please, please write those down. Write down why you must achieve them. Why at the end of the year will you look back and say, wow, look what I did. I set out to achieve these things and I achieved them. I went for it. I went for life. I played it on my terms. So I've attached my planning system. I've attached my planning outline. Please, please, please fill it in. Please have a look at it and map out exactly what you must achieve in the next year. Good luck, and I look forward to seeing your results in the year.